Hey, good day, everybody. Still here for the Daily Market Pulse. This is Wednesday, July 16th. We see stocks actually had a pretty good swagger early on, then they staggered a little bit near the end, but they still finished to the upside. Volume was mixed, everything above the 8 moving average. We've essentially lost some distribution days based on time and partially based on price action as well. So we're down to 5 and 5 across the board here on the Nasdaq and S&P. There is the TSX. I don't want the TSX. I want the Dow Jones. My apologies. And let's zoom in a little bit. So there is essentially a spinning top. That was yesterday. I want today's. Where's today's? There it is. So green candle, stronger, higher. Looks very good. Heading higher. New highs, closing new highs. Those are all good signs. We still need to see the S&P, however, break through the Bollinger Band above here, get toward 2,000. That would be ideal. Nasdaq, kind of the same thing. The Nasdaq's actually struggling right at the window across here. There's a little window right here, and it's struggling right there. So 3 consecutive days just trapped, but there's also another window right below it with the 8 moving averages, and it's stuck there as well. So it's a 3-day island, essentially, in an extremely tight range. Then we just saw the TSX a moment ago. I'll bringing it up again. Let's see, is that even accurate? That's better. That's yesterday. So green candle today, you saw into the upper Bollinger Band making new highs. So this was a consolidation I wasn't too worried about. It looked like it was going to be on the long side on a break toward 15,200, and that's pretty much what it's done. I don't know why it's not refreshing, but anyway, it's on the upside. It all looks good. Looking for higher levels. DAX bounced as well into the moving averages. Crack and snap of sorts, dropped briefly, then through. Finally, took several days to finally accomplish it, but it did finally accomplish it. So now it's a buy signal into the previous pivots and highs. We saw the US dollar, Canadian dollar also coming off the 20 and then going higher as well. We're looking for higher levels into the moving averages above. The euro, on the other hand, fails a little bit. It drops back to the lower Bollinger Band, so that the pressure is down. You see the 50-day moving average pushing things lower, so it's coming back at this point. In fact, it's all the way down to like about 135 and retesting those levels as of today. Treasuries, slight bounce up, just barely above 137 and holding, kind of a consolidation, but in the same token, it's threatening to go break out in toward 138. So we're kind of hanging in the balance. If that's the case, then the markets are likely going to fail. We'll have to wait and see what that does. Now we've got the Japanese yen with a series of lows going up, series of highs going horizontally. So there seems to be an ascending triangle forming here. Let's see if they can accomplish that kind of bullishness going forward. Gold and silver holding support levels near the moving averages here. That looks like a bounce back toward 1315. And then same thing here, a little bit of a bounce. You see the lower shadow green candle right near support at 2050, looking for a bounce a little bit higher. This could drop a little further, but still we're still looking for a bounce from here based on that flush that we've had just for the last few days. Crude, after a bounce, we saw that lower shadow yesterday. It was kind of evidence that maybe the buyers were stepping in. Sure enough, they did. Bull Sash today, strong move, finishes at the session high above 101, looking for 102 next, then possibly as high as 104.50, but one day at a time, one level at a time. So let's look at small caps because that's indicative of risk on, risk off. We saw the huge decline. It held the 50, small bounce, back through a polarity at 116, back down, but holding now 2 consecutive days. And 3 out of 5, essentially right at 114, looking to hold those levels with a slight divergence on the stochastics, which means perhaps buyers are about to step in. The VIX dropped lower, as you can see. Gap lower, it went lower into the next window, and then we're coming back to retest maybe 10, 10.50 here at this point.